Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. I hope all of you are doing well today as this is preview day. International break is finally over, right? And I know, like I told you guys in the previous video, this is being recorded the same day as that video. So you're seeing this on the Friday, which means that tomorrow, as of the time you're seeing this, is the game. And it means we can move on from international football. Fantastic. I mean, I'm glad for all the countries that qualified, both of mine included, very happy. But man, I want club football back. Oh my God. This international break, considering the stakes were so high for many countries, but it was actually dead. And I think it was dead because we weren't hearing much about club football whatsoever. I think that was it. There just wasn't any news. But anyway, we've got our Chelsea back. And the Premier League is back. And we are the first kickoff. So Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea at the City Ground. This is going to be a very interesting fixture. And why? The main headline of this fixture isn't even about Chelsea, who just beat Liverpool at the Bridge in the way that we did, with a phenomenal last-minute winner, which just sent everyone into a different spectrum. I mean, you guys saw our reaction on Shootout. We will be here for the same thing on Saturday against Forest. It's not going to be on the same level, probably, but we will try and match the vibes. But that day was just unbelievable. Beautiful winner, Esteval, who's been killing it. Even on international duty for Brazil, he's scoring goals and all sorts, despite them losing to Japan. We don't need to talk about that, but it's Brazil, isn't it? But we, like I've mentioned, should be able to go to the City Ground and get a job done. But what does that mean? It means, like I just alluded to, the headline of this fixture isn't about Chelsea. It's about Forest, and it's about Ange Postecoglou, who is in big trouble. Big trouble. I prefer not to speak, because if I speak, I'm in big trouble. That's what Ange is probably telling himself every single day of his life right now. Because if he gets one more loss, it's toast. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. If we go to, you know what's mad? If I go to Nottingham Forest and their games, they've not had a win since, this is mental. They've not won a football match since the 17th of August. That's 2 months ago. They beat Brentford, right, on opening day of the league. And that was Nuno. Since then, 1-1 to Palace, lost 3-0 at home to West Ham, and that's losing to Graham Potter. That's bad enough. Then lost 3-0 at Arsenal to Arsenal. Then lost in the Cup away to Swansea 3-2. Then drew away against Burnley 1-1. Then went to Real Betis and actually drew 2-2. That's not a bad result considering Real Betis. Then they lost at home to Sunderland 1-0. Then they lost at home to Midtjylland 3-2 in the Europa League. And then they lost to Newcastle away from home 2-0. So Ange Postecoglou cannot even organise a prayer in a mosque right now. You know, it's that bad. It's that bad. I don't think he could even pray for a win. And now there's Chelsea coming to town. Now, with Chelsea, this is the thing, and I alluded to this in the last video. Chelsea can be very charity FC. When someone is in need, we are here. When someone is in need, we give, right? But right now, off the Liverpool win and off getting a result against Liverpool, we need to make sure that we are ruthless. Now, it's very easy for me to come on here and tell you guys, look, but Forest are in the mud. Yeah, Forest are struggling. Ange can't get them to play. The players are not responding. It's all gone left. And not just that, even the change of philosophy from someone like Nuno all the way to Ange is a straight 180. If you were going from Nuno to Sean Dyche, it wouldn't be too much of a change, right? This is why I question the whole sacking of Nuno now, because you should know that if you're going to shift everything and switch it up like this, going from a Nuno to Ange, it's not going to take the players 2 weeks for them to get used to this. It's going to take them a while. You know, you are going from one extreme to the other. So to get everyone on board with the way that Ange wants his team to play, you're going to have to give it a couple of months, easily. And you have to be willing to go through, even if there's this continual losses. You have to. But we're already hearing about Ange's position is in jeopardy, which modern football, I get it. Because it's a financial implication as well. You lose games, you lose money. So this is where it's very easy to come on and say, but Forest are in the mud, we're okay, we're going to win this. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I said it about Man United. And what happened? We capitulated. So I'll be honest, even after winning against Liverpool in the way that we did, that tells me that my initial thought process is correct, that Chelsea do have what it takes to beat anybody. We do. We do have the squad that can take on anyone in the world. I believe that. But can we take on anyone in the world consistently? That's the problem. That is the issue. We can go just like I was talking about Forest, going from one extreme to the other, going in a complete 180. We're very capable of going in a complete 180, showing up in the way that we showed up against Liverpool, which was reminiscent to how we beat PSG, and then just we lose 2-0 to Forest. Like, it would be typical. But I'd like to think surely that doesn't happen. But I said this against United. This is my problem. This is why I can't come on here and be like, guys, it'll be fine. Even though on paper, come on, it should be fine. You know what I mean? I do think that right now the pressure on Amrim is a lot less than the pressure on Ange Postecoglou. And I think predominantly because of the structure of the ownership, we've already heard that Jim Ratcliffe, Ineos, everyone are willing to be behind Amrim no matter what. We are already hearing, and we know that Marinakis is a bit of a hothead, and he's Greek, and he will throw a play at you, like he will. Nuno was doing well for him, and he sacked him. Do you know what I mean? That's how we know he's that sort of guy. We're already hearing that he's on the brink, and I think that means that Ange is cooked. And if that's the case, I think the team will fold. So I'm more inclined to think, just because of that detail, which is a bit different to the United situation, is where I think we will win and Ange gets sacked. So let's see what happens. Now, in relation to team news, we don't actually have any yet. I only know one thing, and this is because I'm recording on the Thursday, so you're getting this on the Friday. The press conference hasn't been done. We don't know exactly what the latest is. I only know one thing. In the international break, I did a video for you guys, and I told you that Enzo Fernandez apparently had been, exempt from taking part in Argentina's second match. He was training with a little bit of knee tape, and there was an issue about his knee. Well, apparently he's okay. And Nizar Kinsella earlier on did put out that this international break was a much needed rest for a lot of the players, and even Enzo Fernandez is actually going to be available. So, cool. That means he can play, good to go, nothing to worry about. I expect Enzo Maresca in the press conference, which will come out tomorrow, it'll be today because you're watching this video on Friday, I expect him to come out and say that Enzo is available. Everyone else, I've not heard of any injuries. No one else has been injured during international break. It's a flipping miracle. But everyone else seems like they played and they're fit and they're all good and everyone's okay. So even Pedro Neto, because Pedro Neto's done a lot of mileage, and I watched his game, Portugal play Hungary, and Cristiano just banging it at 41 years old because it's Cristiano. But Pedro Neto had a decent game. He came off not too long after they conceded in the last minute and drew 2-2. So I watched that game. Pedro Neto looked good. He came off. All was good. No injuries. So there's no concerns for anyone. The only thing that we know is the players that were already out, which is Cole Palmer, for example. He's not going to be back yet. We know this. So hopefully not too long now because international break is over. We know that there was a few games that were outlined in terms of Cole Palmer being out. Hopefully he's back for Barcelona and Arsenal. That's the key. So apart from that, everyone else is raring to go, which means that we can get into the starting 11 and I can tell you guys who I think should play. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Right, here we go. So, Sanchez in goal, obviously. The centre-back pairing. This is a little bit of an interesting one because we could easily just put Chalobah where Achiampong is right now. But I thought Josh played well against Liverpool. I thought he did well. I don't want to just drop him. I think he was good. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Chalobah does come in. However, at left centre-back, Badiashile played phenomenal against Liverpool. And if that is how he's going to function, it's not even a debate. Just like I said how Chelsea can beat anyone on their day, I said consistency is not there. Badiashile has been one of those examples too on an individual level. He needs to be consistent. What he done against Liverpool was class. Can you do it again, please? Don't fumble now. Don't go back to type and just put in a stinker against Nottingham Forest. No. I need you to put in another Maldini-esque clinic. Yeah? So, Badiashile, I'll actually give benefit of the doubt and I would play him. Our centre-back situation is still a bit scarce at the moment, especially at left centre-back. So I wouldn't play like Hato or I wouldn't do anything like that. I would play Badiashile and see how it goes. Cucurella, Reece James, obviously. Now, against Liverpool, we played Gusto. And he was the one tucking into midfield. And he actually done well, which surprised me. Because Gusto is not a good inverter. But this wasn't him inverting. This was him playing in midfield and then tucking out from time to time to help build a back five. He done well. I don't think that's sufficient for a game like this against Forest, where we're going to be on the front foot. This isn't going to be like Liverpool, where we're always having to watch out what Liverpool can do and we'll contain them. We're going to take the game to Forest here. So we can go all guns blazing. Which means that I'm not sure on the availability of Andre Santos. I know he's been out, but in terms of the midfield, Santos or Lavia, who is back as well, by the way. You know what? It's more inclined to be Lavia. It is more inclined to be Lavia. So I think even in that regard, you know what? I think it's best that I just change it here. There we are. Let's put Lavia in. Lavia, you've been promoted. But Lavia, Caicedo is enough cover. Enzo just in front of them. He's available. He's ready to go. This is without question. I do not want to repeat myself here. And I think this was proven against Liverpool. Esteval must start. I think everyone's convinced now. Yeah, surely. Tell me you are. Tell me you're not. If you're not, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear why. Esteval has to start. He is ready, man. Let the boy start causing chaos. Please, let him loose. Let him loose. Because he's ready to go. He's our best attacker, man. It's clear as day, he's our best attacker. Let him play. You saw what he done against Liverpool. You saw the impact that he had. You saw the winner that he got. Let him continue the momentum. Do not kill the momentum. He's ready to play. Play him. Now, Cole Palmer is out. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw perhaps Enzo tuck in midfield alongside Caicedo, Esteval in the 10, Pedro Neto on the right, Garnacho on the left, who had a decent game, João Pedro up front. But one way or another, Esteval has to play. So for the love of God, Enzo Maresca, please tell me you are convinced now. I know you want to protect him. I know all of this, but the boy is beyond protection. The boy has God. He is a God-fearing boy. Yeah, he comes from a good place. This isn't Lamine Yamal, who is... He needs a better entourage. Lamine Yamal's a fantastic footballer, but he needs better people around him. It's so obvious what's going on. But there are 18-year-olds that are normal that I understand you have to protect. This boy is not normal. He's ready. The boy plays like he's 25. Play him. Esteval starts. Like I've said already, Pedro Neto for sure, and then João Pedro up front. But like I said, I wouldn't be against having Garnacho on the left, Esteval in the middle if we have to put Pedro Neto down the right-hand side, and then João Pedro up front with Enzo tucking in instead of playing Lavia. So that's the two options that we have here. That's what I would suggest. Let me know what you would suggest down below. But ladies and gentlemen, this is my starting 11. And now we jump to the predictions. So, off the bat, gut feeling, straight up, Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 2. That's my gut telling me instantly. So that's going to be my prediction. And hopefully it's another Esteval goal. And hopefully it's a João Pedro goal. João Pedro, it's time. It's time to get on the score sheet. Yeah, it's been a little bit quiet. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him totally, because we haven't given him a lot. And we know he's not a 9, but we haven't given him a lot up top. It's always been him aiding, who's been the wingers, to come in and actually get the attack going. So, João Pedro would be nice if he scores. It would be nice if he scores. So let's wait and see what happens. Let me know your predictions. Let me know your lineups down below. Much appreciated. And I will catch all of you on the watch along, on Shootout, and here for the match review straight after. So make sure you're here. I'll catch you then. Subscribe, notification bell on. See you a lot later. Take care and peace.